to episode 15 of the Arrow Digital Strategy Hotel podcast. I hope you've all had a good summer, and as we move into a new season, we're always here for you with tips on how to keep driving your online business. At Arrow, in order to be 5-star by every measure and maximise online revenue for our luxury hotel clients, we follow the science and collect as much data as possible in order to make evidence-based decisions about any changes we make to a hotel's book direct strategy. However much data we collect, it is dwarfed by the amount processed by Google, the planet's biggest search engine. I have talked in previous podcasts about their Think with Google program, which shares data insights gleaned from the huge volumes of information they collect. Whatever the ins and outs of the way they collect their data, they are probably better placed than any other company to provide insights into what concerns real people, what they are thinking about, and what they are looking for. No strategy can exist in isolation. It has to reflect an up-to-date narrative and the values of the target audience. In episode 13, I talked about the synergy between the Arrow Internet Booking Engine and recent online trends. In this episode, we're going to look at what hotels can do to take advantage of a return in consumer confidence, which is allowing them to make significant event bookings. The idea for this podcast came about after seeing the results of a survey that Google had carried out with 5,400 American consumers on big life moments. The premise was that the pandemic and the associated economic repercussions made people postpone milestone events such as weddings, family reunions, and once-in-a-lifetime adventures. As society has reopened, they asked participants how they saw themselves planning for these events. The hospitality industry knows better than most the effect this has had in the last 2.5 years, and the loss of overseas visitors and the deferment of weddings has had a hugely damaging effect on hotels everywhere, and particularly in Ireland. The good news from the survey was that over 50% of those questioned said they're likely to participate in a big life moment in the next 2 years. Google were also able to identify 4 trends which brands should tap into in order to take advantage of this returning confidence. These 4 areas, being agile, going digital, offering value and service, and acting ethically, should apply to any business, but they resonated with us particularly for hotels. These are all trends which we already encourage our luxury clients to embed as part of a book direct strategy, and it is good to see that real consumer data backs up our approach. Let's look at the 4 trends in turn and see how they apply to hotels. Trend number 1, be agile. Unfortunately, the pandemic isn't finished, and the global economic indicators are full of mixed signals with talk of recession. Uncertainty is still prevalent, and that affects businesses and consumers both. For example, Google report that searches for travel rules are growing by over 600% year on year. Hotels should be mindful of this and offer stress-free change and cancellation policies. One good way to reduce the number of cancellations is to provide a Manage My Booking section on your website, so guests can log in and change the dates of their stay. Another is a one-click reservation option, whereby you can send an offer to a previous booker for exactly the same stay, just on different dates. Once someone has cancelled, even if they mean to come back and book with you, there is always a chance they will go elsewhere. Trend number 2, drive digital. As a company with digital in its name, this is second nature for us. However, it's amazing how many hotels still only pay lip service to a full embrace of the web and all it has to offer. As people were locked down, the internet became a lifeline to many and often changed their perceptions of what it could provide. 59% of those Google surveyed said they expect businesses to offer digital options for most or all of their services. Enabling people to evaluate options online and tailor their stay is essential for hotels. A great example of this is room imagery. It's remarkable how many hotel websites show the same image for all their room types, which makes it impossible for prospective guests to evaluate what they're going to get. Not only that, it also creates distrust. Appropriate images for each room option are a minimum. We now offer room videos which our research shows increases click-through to the booking engine by 25%. Look at all areas of your hotel. Can guests book food and beverage options, arrange and pay for car parking, or organise their spa visit online before they arrive at your property? Trend number 3, offer value and service. One big takeaway from the survey was that big life moment decisions are rarely rushed. 39% are planned over 6 months in advance. So hotels can't simply rely on being there, they need to proactively liaise with their guests. For example, US tourists to Ireland might book over a year in advance. Things will change in that time, and if they don't hear from their hotel of choice, they may lose confidence, become anxious and cancel. If, however, the hotel sends out pre-stay updates addressing any issues in the news, that will engender assurance. Even better, these emails can be used to offer upsells and information on any new attractions or offerings. Promote the message that by booking with you, they have not only made the right choice, they are also getting added value services. The 4th trend is to act ethically. This should always be at the heart of any business's offering and is one of Arrow's core values. For a public-facing organisation like a hotel, it's massively important that their brand promise aligns with what they ultimately deliver. People are still sensitive to the repercussions of the pandemic and will spend their money in ways that best align with their personal values. Again, it's about being proactive and giving cautious customers the support they need while making them feel valued. Providing this assurance is also an opportunity to promote your overall service promise and reinforce your brand message. As I mentioned earlier in the podcast, we already embed these 4 trends into our luxury clients' book direct strategies. If you would like any help in increasing your online bookings, then please get in touch. Our details are in the podcast description, or you are always free to email me directly. I'm richard.blows, that's BLOWES, @arrow.ae. As I sit here recording this and glance out of the window, I can see the rain hammering down. You may be able to hear it in the background. And this reminds me that we have moved on from summer into autumn and a fresh set of challenges in terms of filling your hotel with profitable business. As always, Book Direct is the best option, and we are here for you to give you any advice and help that you may need. I hope you have found this episode useful and instructive. Wherever you get your podcasts, please follow and subscribe, and you'll be notified when the next one is available. In the meantime, thanks for listening and stay safe.